Hey, what's up, Max Center? Got another good episode for y'all today. You know, we back. We got going for y'all. It's volleyball. You already know who I'm here with.
Anniyah Zeigler.
Mia Hughes.
Giana Roig.
You know, without further ado, let's just get into it. So, you know, what were y'all first practices like starting in the season?
It was
I
like
think-
Super awkward.
it was awkward because
Yeah.
we didn't flow together. Like we hadn't played.
We had to start our dynamic together for the whole season, and we had to get that setter and hitter dynamic.
Y'all getting back used to each other from
Yeah,
last year, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You had to get that
I
connection
wasn't
back.
here last year, so I was like iffy about playing.
Mm-hmm.
So how was it like going back into practice? Like y'all's 8th graders from last year not being here. Was it any different?
I think it was
Yes.
different because they were the leaders, and they helped us with mostly everything, honestly.
Yeah.
And I don't know,
Had
it's
to
just
step up.
yeah.
So like following that question, how was it building a team without many 8th graders? Without many 8th graders this year too? I mean, y'all didn't have very many playing, correct?
Yeah. I think
It was harder
yeah.
because that leadership, more leadership, we had to step up a lot more.
And they like really rely on just like you.
Yeah, and like the 6th graders coming in had to rely on us, and that put responsibility on us.
Just a lot more responsibility
Yeah,
to look
it's
out for
hard
your
when they don't
younger
listen.
players. So, you know, getting the season, this is y'all's first scrimmage going in. How was the cash scrimmage? This is y'all's first little bit of action.
I was really nervous at first because it's like the first team that I was playing for that I didn't really know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
I feel like we clicked super fast for that being our first scrimmage, first time playing together.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
We had a couple mistakes, but it was like after the first couple ones, we got it down.
So,
Pretty good.
so like overall, how did y'all do in the scrimmage? Y'all were pretty good. Just had a little bit of mistakes.
Yeah.
we did
We
pretty
still
good.
won.
Yeah, we still won, but that was like not a shock.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, what was y'all's bond with y'all's teammates in the beginning of the year?
They were. It was
wasn't
kind of
really there.
awkward.
It was weird because whenever I first got to Mac last year, I only had like a couple classes with them, so that's where I knew them from. So I didn't really like know them like with sports.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we had to start like
Yeah,
being
but we clicked
better
super-
friends.
We clicked
'Cause
super
Take some
fast.
time getting used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like it was like a separation in the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why Rocky put that team bonding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a lot of team bonding things that we had to do out of
Uh-huh.
off the court, so we could
Like
be
what?
better
Like
on the court.
what were those team bonding things?
We would play
went to
beach
his-
volleyball.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
his church and we had like activities. We played beach volleyball together with like different people, like
Yeah.
someone I never thought I'd ever talk to.
Yeah.
Like it was like opposite ends of the
Like
Yeah,
opposites
we-
attract, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like varsity, one JV players put on one team. And play.
So, what did y'all learn and improve from the cash scrimmage? Like, what did y'all learn from that scrimmage?
I didn't learn anything. I wasn't there.
We didn't talk a lot in that game. Like we didn't communicate to each other, and
I feel it
cost
helped
us.
us like be better with each other.
Learned how to have communication on the court when y'all are playing and stuff.
yeah,
So, how important is communication in volleyball?
Very
it's like the
important.
most important thing.
It's to a point where, like, if you don't communicate, you're going to lose every single game you have.
Yeah,
Yes.
because if two people go for one pass, it's gonna shank off, and
Or y'all are going to bump into each other or
or
something.
the
It's
ball,
going to go terrible.
or they're gonna look at each other and they're gonna let the ball drop.
So it's
And
very
then-
very important to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's very important to just like know like your place on the court and know other people's place on the court in case like someone gets hurt. Like for instance, Giana got hurt, and I had to step up and become full-time setter.
When you were hurt,
Yeah, when I was hurt, I played 3 games on a sprained ankle.
So, you know, how was it playing against Ike and Central for the first couple games? Like the first time y'all played them, how was it?
I think we got in our heads a lot
Yes.
because
Against
we
Eisenhower.
knew that last year with the 8th graders, we did not win. And it was very hard for us. And I think this year we were going into it like that.
and Ike had more like communication. They were more aware of each other on the court.
Definitely.
Yeah, 'cause
Definitely.
they played together for a while.
Yeah.
Because I used to go to Eisenhower in 6th grade, and just like playing my old school was like weird.
And I think Central was easier because we definitely beat them last year. So I think it was
And
easier
we
this
beat them
year.
in the cash scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
So how, like expanding on the Ike game, how did that game go?
You know, at first, I'm going to talk. At
we
first,
were very in our heads.
yeah.
We were very like not clicking that game. Like
Yeah.
we didn't get it down.
Many mistakes.
We had a lot of serve receive mistakes.
Definitely.
So going into practice after that game, how did y'all improve that? What did y'all do to improve?
We ran.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yes,
We
we
ran a
ran.
lot because we were tired when we were
Suicides.
Definitely. Yeah.
playing. And laps.
yeah.
So how did y'all do against Elgin?
We beat them
yeah.
every time we
We
played
did.
them.
We did really good.
We did because We had better communication than them.
And we had a good mindset, I think.
Yeah, I feel
for
like
them.
towards like more of the middle of the season, we started clicking.
Definitely.
Better.
Yeah.
So following that Elgin game, you know, you're heading into your final month of volleyball. How did y'all's bonds with y'all's teammates improve from the beginning of the year?
It was less awkward.
It was really fun. We became super close with each other.
There were some problems in like the beginning, like towards the middle, but like we got over them and then the whole team got closer.
So what is the difference between school volleyball and club play?
Club is more
Advanced.
and
Yes.
competitive.
It's a
more
lot more
advanced and competitive because you're like playing teams that are like really good.
And
like-
everyone is on like the same skill level.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you try out, it's a certain age that you have to be.
Yeah.
And it's like you can work on more advanced stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like at our club practices where he says that like when you go into school play you have to like dumb it down a little bit because you learn more
Definitely.
in club.
We're the same club. So
What team do y'all play for?
Lawton Heat.
I play
Um,
for
We play for
elite.
Lawton Heat 16U.
You play? Oh yeah, y'all play. For
Isn't that the team that Rocky coaches too?
Mm-hmm.
So Giana, you know, being a leader since 6th grade, how is it stepping up into that role like from a young age? How is it stepping into that leader role?
I think it's a lot of responsibility, but I think I could take it. But at times it was hard.
At times it got tough, right?
Yeah, everyone would look at me and be like, "Oh, it's Giana, like she's all big," and I'm like, "No, I'm not."
You had a lot of, you know, self-doubt sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
So Mia, you know, like you said, you had to take over her position at a time and stuff. Like, how is your position important on the court?
Well, really, most of the in most games, the hitters get most of the credit because if they get a good hit, they score, and that's basically what you want is to score. But I feel a setter's position is important because you really couldn't get a good hit off without a setter. Like you
Yeah.
have to have someone. You have to have someone to set you up.
That's the start. That's the start of the play.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
them to succeed. So, what does volleyball mean to y'all? Like, what does the sport mean to you?
I think it means a lot to us because we've tried so hard for it.
Yeah.
Everyone
And
just looks down on volleyball. Like volleyball's not even.
It's like not even that hard. Like
Yeah.
it's
It
like
is.
don't let the balloon touch the ground.
it
That's
is
how
hard.
That's how people compare it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it is hard.
So, how does the sport like impact your lives?
Volleyball is not my first sport. I played basketball, so I started volleyball in 6th grade, and it really didn't really mean that much to me until I moved to Mac and I got a bond with everybody, and then I found my love for it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
volleyball creates bonds that like school would never give you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I only started volleyball because of a mutual friend of mine with Giana. And when I started playing it, like my love for it expanded.
Yeah.
So, how did y'all play in the Altus tournament?
The Altus tournament.
We did really
We got
good.
we got second.
Yeah.
But
Our first game, the first set of we were really tired. It was
Yeah,
super
Yes.
early.
definitely.
and it was really
Everyone
hot.
just wanted to sleep. So we had that first set to just like slack off, and then that's
Yes.
whenever Rocky told us, he was like, y'all need to get it together. Y'all had that first set to slack off and stuff like that. So that second set, we were ready, and we clicked, and we just did good.
Yeah.
In the first two sets, in the first two games of our tournament, we went into 3 sets. So like at the end, we were all like super tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then didn't we get a break?
Yes,
Yeah.
we had one because I know our first game we had a break after that, and then we played Duncan. That is a game that we were really
Yes.
scared to play because we beat Duncan the first time we played them, and then we beat them in the tournament after we lost to them or before.
Before.
Yeah,
So, how did that game go?
it went really good. We
Yes. we
won the
were
first
okay.
set, we lost the second, and we won the third.
I feel like our mentality after the first was like down. That's why we lost the second.
we were
Yeah.
like we won the first set, so we like just got cocky.
Yeah, we were too confident.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
the tournament was very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat.
So, how did y'all do playing Central and Ike for the second time around?
Eisenhower, we were
We
really
knew
scared.
we knew what we were getting
Yeah.
into, and we knew that we had to step it up a lot
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
We did end up losing, but we were a lot better in that game than
Yeah.
the first one.
Definitely.
Y'all improved a lot more, even though y'all took a
Yeah.
loss.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like, because we played the second time on my birthday, so I was really going into that game looking forward to try to win. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was the Noble tournament?
It was like the best tournament.
That was the best
loved it.
tournament.
Like
it was like it improved our skills because we played better teams.
we played 8th grade all over.
We played teams that we've never seen before.
We played
Yeah.
teams from private schools. And
Yes.
And how did y'all do in that tournament
We
against
did-
those
we
teams?
got
did
second.
really
We got
good.
runner-up, yeah.
Yeah,
We did really
because
good.
The team, so it was, we only played 2 matches. Like, it didn't matter if you won or lost. We just played 2 matches. We didn't go into a third set, win or lose.
Yeah.
But for both of like when we got runner up, the score was like the exact same. Both
Yeah, it was like
times.
25-23.
Yeah, 25,
But we
23
were
each time.
we were like head to head, so it was really interesting. And we have a lot of 6th graders, and it was an 8th grade tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were the youngest team in that tournament, but
So
we
we were
still did really good.
Proud of us a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
So, after that tournament, y'all are only having 1 game left in the season. How are y'all feeling going into that game, being the last game?
Really
I was-
confident that we were
Yeah,
gonna win
yeah.
because it
Yeah,
was
definitely.
Elgin.
It was Elgin.
And we
We
beat
beat
Elgin
them.
before.
We beat
And-
them every time we played them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like we went in that when we went into the tournament, like none of those teams, like all those teams would smack Elgin or
Yeah.
Cash or whatever.
Or
So-
Ike.
Or Ike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So knowing that we beat every team in that tournament.
Because we had
We-
beaten
we-
the team that beat us
Yeah.
before we played
Yeah,
them.
we
We
did.
beat them, and then they just beat us because we were drained by the end of the tournament.
So how did that game go against Elgin?
Really good.
Really
Yeah,
good.
it
We
was-
got
it was
to
really
mess
sad.
around with the players with how our positions
positions.
were.
Yes.
So like Mia got to sit out for another setter that was in 7th grade.
Yeah,
Who
a
just
new
started
one.
setting.
We let one of our younger setters.
Y'all got to
set.
ease up a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Just like to mess around because it was the last game, and it was really emotional.
Yeah,
It
was sad.
was sad.
So 8th graders, Anniyah, Mia, what imprint do you want to leave behind on Mac?
Just want them to have like fun, good memories.
Yeah, like make sure they stay together on and off the court.
You want to make sure your younger teammates keep that bond that y'all, made this year.
Yeah.
Like I want Giana to step up, and because she's gonna be the oldest, she's gonna be leading without us next year.
Yes.
I will.
So looking back over the season, how did you yourself improve as well as your team?
I think our team improved definitely, like I said, with the bonding.
And
but
communication.
I think I improved with my hitting, definitely.
I improved with like my passing and getting the ball up and going like and diving for it.
Mia?
I don't know. I feel like my sets got really better because like our first game, I was setting and I was hitting, but having to take over full-time setting was really like hard because we had to learn a whole new play for a different game. So we played a whole game by ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
by myself.
You had to
I
learn something new.
Yeah, it was
I had a-
hard because
but
it was mid to late season.
And it was it was a whole new rotation.
We ran a 5-1 instead of we have a 6-2.
We ran a
Yeah.
6-2. That's 2 setters. And
Yeah.
6
whenever-
hitters.
Whenever one switches, the other setter becomes a hitter.
So it was
Yeah.
definitely really hard.
Okay, so with that said, that is the end of the volleyball recap episode. Thanks for tuning in. Thank y'all guys for coming on the show. Y'all did great. And, stay tuned for when we drop our next episode. It's going to be over basketball. So, see y'all.